And then there's Bill Cosby. He was on CNN earlier this week. I thought I liked Bill Cosby. I guess I don't. I'm sorry. Those of you who grew up with Dr. Huxtable, you may not want to listen. He's on CNN with Soledad O'Brien. She's still on CNN? I thought they canned her. Well, apparently she's still there. And also, you'll hear Bill Cosby and former Congressman Connie Mack ever so briefly. But listen to this. Cut9newsbusters.org, by the way, hat tip. Go.
At the same time this fight for rights was going on in the South, you were on the verge of winning an Emmy Award, first black man to star in a show. I think in 1966 you would win an Emmy Award. And the show
that would
itself,
be I Spy,
right, was banned in the South. I mean, to look back at that history is kind of amazing.
Well, just a couple of stations. What did you say?
It's just hard to believe.
Isn't that crazy? At the same exact time,
I don't think so. Not when you look at the president's speech recently, to see people sitting down and then there are others standing and cheering. I don't think it's difficult to believe. I think that we have people sitting there who are as bad as the people that were against any kind of desegregation, and in place of a better America, they want their own sick feelings put across.
I have to admit, the last sentence is incoherent, that last sentence. But this one, he was quite clear. He said, I think that we have people sitting there who are as bad as the people who are against any kind of desegregation. You know, that's a crock. That's an absolute crock, and it's despicable. And I'm sick and tired of it. You're not allowed to challenge this president. You're not allowed to speak out about him. He can call you whatever names he wants to call you. He can project whatever political agenda on you he wants to project. He can smear you. He can lie about your beliefs, lie about who you are. And if you don't jump up like a clapping seal during these Castro-like State of the Union speeches because he says something that is attacking you, or something that is grossly inaccurate, you're like the segregationists of the South? Are you opposed to desegregation? Is that it, Dr. Huxtable? Is that where we've gone now? I hate to say it, but you're a jerk. There, I said it. And it's too damn bad, because I liked you for decades. But I've had enough of this. Everywhere you look, racism. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look. I look all over the world. I see real racism. I see people slaughtering people. People being raped, people being killed just because of their color, their religion. And people in this country, billionaires, multimillionaires, they act like they have it so hard. This is like segregation. Are you out of your mind? Oh, okay, let's all jump up and clap every damn time Obama has a State of the Union speech for an hour and a half. Just keep jumping up and clapping. Then you'll prove that you're not a racist. Is that it? You got to be kidding me. There you are. Genius. CNN. That makes the you're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar crap that was on Fox the other night Shakespearean in its substance and delivery compared to Dr. Huxtable. You agree with me, Mr. Producer? That's pretty damn outrageous. I mean, can you believe this? Who knows that some folks harbor these kinds of thoughts and feelings? It's just unbelievable to me. I don't know, folks. I look at this country. It's no secret I'm Jewish. I look at this country and I think to myself, my God, what a tolerant, magnificent place. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. I could practice my faith or not. I can pursue monetary rewards or not. You're just free to do whatever you want, pretty much, regardless of whom you are, regardless of our ancestry, regardless of what's come before. It is so unusual in human history to be in a place like this. We're so blessed to have been born here. It's an accident of birth that we're in this country. We could have been born in North Korea or Zimbabwe or you name it. But here we are. And people act like they're suffering. They act like it repulses me. This is like Obama, dare I say. This is like Obama looking for the most miserable situations he can use to illustrate what's happening in the sequestration. And what does he do? He lies. He fabricates them. He has to manufacture them. because the country is not as awful as he says it is. I've made the point for over a month now that through this sequestration, Obama wants to spread misery and pain. Some people, the light bulb just went off. Good for them. But it's now even more as I think about this. Certainly that's part of it. But he wants to use these events to put down our country. He wants to use these events to tell you how awful this country is. And it's not awful. I distinguish the country from the federal government, the country from the massive bureaucracy, the country from our fiscal policies, the civil society. This is a magnificent society, which is exactly why people keep coming into it illegally. If this were the hellhole that Dr. Huxtable apparently thinks it is, why do people sneak into our country? And they're not sneaking into it from Switzerland and Sweden. They're sneaking into it from the third world for the most part. Why? Why would people of color? See, we have to now categorize ourselves. So I stipulate I'm talking like a lib. Not human beings, you see. People of color. Why would people of color sneak into this country if it's so hateful and awful? We got to stand up for this country, folks. It's time to stand up for this country. And no, the government isn't the country. It's time to stand up for our society, for our country, for our culture, for our way of life. America, we're magnificent. We have black people, brown people, yellow people, white people, men, women, straight, gay. We've got everything you can imagine. It's a spectacular place. All kinds of diversity. Not because of the government, because it is what it is. We've got diversity. We've got intermarriage. We've got, it's such a great country. It's such a tolerant country that people have to look for reason to attack her. And it is sickening when the President of the United States, more than anybody else, is looking for reasons to trash our country. And a man like Bill Cosby, worth hundreds of millions of dollars, respected by people across the spectrum, admired, appreciated, spews this poison. It's disgusting.